What's happening, world? Happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of Cognac Confessionals. I'm your host, Deshaun, here where Media Meet Studios, in conjunction with VJ TV, Farrell Films, History in the Making Entertainment, Keep It Cloudy Productions, Camouflage. Shout out to the Venus Lounge, as always.
Shout out Venus Lounge.
Yeah. What's happening? Happy Friday.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting week, as always. Welcome back, both of y'all. I mean, y'all both was off last week. You know, held it down. We had Broski and Big Twan last week.
Brother Broski. Shout out Twan.
Legends.
Mm-hmm.
They've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
I'll go right into it. You know, a couple weeks ago, I went to. Let me tell you something. I hate when people got $1 million idea. Let me tell you something about these folks over there at that vibe. They got $1 million thing cooking. They just don't know it.
Okay.
They had everybody get around and speak. What y'all call that event y'all had?
Cocktails and
conversation. There's something about having a cocktail, right? But as everybody's having conversation, I accidentally said a couple controversial things. And that got the blood flowing. But all I've been thinking about is the next one that they do, they need to film that. Just like that one group that travels called Tonight's Conversation. Y'all familiar with them? Y'all film that? It's a real market for that, of people getting up and really speaking from their heart about them type of topics. Trust me, next time y'all do one, and y'all should do one sooner than later, y'all really need to film that thing. It's a market for y'all. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, pressure.
Oh, ain't no pressure. Pressure bust pipes. We good.
So,
Yeah, it could be $1 million thing. Okay. I mean, don't you hate that when you see something like, you're like, wow, they can make $1 million off this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's an all the time thing in this community. I ain't gonna lie.
What's that?
People having them, you be like, man, as long as they like stay consistent and stick to it, and then a lot of times, man, we just don't. Yeah. I'm guilty of it too. Like, I don't know about $1 million ideas, but I know it's some stuff that I should.
Well, let's say adding inflation after taxes, it's a $300,000 idea. I know you're getting it, but I'm pretty sure you can use an extra $300,000.
Of course.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Shit. I fight Mike Tyson for extra 300. Shit. Wake up and chase bank like Tommy, like when Martin beat Tommy Hearns. In my account with one eyeball. It's my account.
Right.
I'm looking for that comma in there. As long as I see that comma.
Shit is bullshit. Man. So speaking of, we got that sports farce tonight.
Yeah.
Tyson and
on one hand, I want to see Mike get money.
The Pilgrim, motherfucking the Great White Hope, fake Paul.
I ain't gonna lie though, from when the boy first started and they said he was gonna box, and they put up videos of him hitting the heavy bag, and I was like, man, where's my little sister at? Because this nigga can't fight. To where he at now, you can see he done put some work in.
Oh yeah, you know? For sure.
All I'm gonna say is, I hope Tyson take his head off. Literally. I hope Tyson shuts him the fuck up.
But why you say it's a farce though? Like,
sports is a farce. Sports has been a farce for many a moons. We just believe
the gladiators in Rome.
It's something to believe in.
Sports is a farce. Why this particular fight? See, I didn't know that they was only going 8 rounds. I didn't know.
And it's 2-minute rounds.
Ain't this the tag team shit too? Where you can tag his brother in? Ain't that the bullshit rules?
2-minute rounds.
Well, in that case, I should be there. Tag me in.
14-ounce gloves. Come on, bro.
14-ounce gloves?
Yeah.
You don't even wear that for sparring. That's pillows. Niggas got pillows on their hands.
Exactly.
I'm trying to figure out, is Tyson going to get tired, or is
it's
going to keep him from knocking him out?
They're probably banking on Tyson get tired. I mean, you know, Tyson looked like he done got himself in pretty good shape, but blood's still damn near 60.
Right.
58.
I mean, that's always been a knock on Tyson, his stamina.
But I think, though, if everything is on the level, I can't see where, even at this age, where blood could actually beat Mike Tyson.
I don't see him.
I just don't see it.
I don't see him seeing Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
But
and with that being said, with me saying the dude has improved,
he's everybody he's fought is he ain't even the dude that beat him was good.
Shame on Nate Robinson though.
Who has he fought? He hasn't fought boxers though. That's the thing. What I'm saying. Yeah. So, and this money train, this great white hope theory that everybody they forcing that shit down your throat like sodomy is bullshit. Yeah. That's why I hope.
Interesting.
I hope Tyson knock him the fuck out. But knowing the money play,
right. No,
like I know
about that.
I got him. Yeah, that's that 3 in the morning.
No, that ain't that man said sodomy. Like, okay.
So
that's right now.
That's what they do it.
So what you think about the press conference with
the stepping on the shoe and the hey,
so I didn't see the shoe part.
I love wrestling when I was a little kid. Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Van Vader, Macho Man. Oh yeah!
I didn't know why yesterday.
He stepped on his foot.
I thought, okay, Tyson doing too much, but then they showed that.
I was like, damn, but he talking about his dog.
His dog is barking.
He stepped on his foot. On his dogs, man.
Yeah, but
58 been doing road work and them feet hurting.
That boy gonna be stomping on them toes all fight long now.
But see, that's the thing.
He might bite his ass. He better be careful.
He wouldn't want to do that because maybe if y'all go out there and throw a couple jabs, then Tyson be cool. But he get to stomping on his feet doing some shit, and then Tyson shifted to another angry mode. And now you gotta start telling people, hey, somebody better get him.
Somebody get him. Yeah. Where's his handler? Somebody hit the switch.
Hey, don't be surprised.
Manchurian Candidate, somebody push the button.
Disqualification with a million niggas in the ring. That's all I'm gonna say.
Need a scrum like wrestling.
With a rematch.
No,
because
there would be no rematch. Hell no. Hell no. This is a one-time thing.
Money. This
no matter what.
Like this, if they do a rematch, I'll actually go.
So that. Tyson ain't really Tyson.
They get a rematch of this shit. Trump should get a third time.
I ain't been to a Tyson fight since the '90s, so I wouldn't
mind
going one more time.
I'm just saying, this some shit that do not need a rematch or nothing. This shit don't even need to be rewatched after it happened. I'm sorry. Let's keep it a buck.
No,
this is bullshit.
Wild, though.
This is bullshit. After 11:59, there should be no more video of whatever the fuck happened.
Fighting in the first place is suspect.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This is bullshit. There's something going on right now that we focusing on fighting, and there's something going on behind the scenes.
Well, Roy Jones we ain't was trying to get that bread, and he priced himself out, and jokingly they asked Tyson. And Tyson like, yeah, fuck it, I'll show it. But this is what they wasn't anticipating.
Yeah.
Tyson actually went and got himself in shape.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if you look at how he was looking against Roy Jones, how he looking now, Tyson actually went and trained.
Exactly.
I don't think they anticipated that. I think they thought he was going to show up for a check. Right. And now you got an in shape Tyson that's pissed off because been playing with him in the press.
So speaking of that Roy Jones Tyson fight. Even in that fight, you could see Tyson was holding back when he was hitting Roy because he didn't really want to hurt him, but because it was just exhibition. He was like, and you could see when he was like, but and even Roy was like, that shit still hurt. Tyson will destroy Jake Paul. That's all I'm gonna say. Just
if it's on the level, I
think he's gonna
get him.
And I'm sorry, but I don't think this is on the level. I'm standing on that, bro. I don't think it's on the level. If it is. Great, but I don't think it is. I think it's some major bullshit.
I want to see Tyson win.
And I hate for them to disrespect Tyson's legacy with this bullshit.
I didn't know Jake Paul was that big when he slapped him.
Normally he fight around 190 or so.
Because I still wouldn't fight that motherfucker.
Now.
Yeah.
But none of that money y'all talking about. I'd be like, I'm cool. Nah, you got it. It's you, boss.
Yeah.
We cool. I like my face.
But speaking of Jake Paul and mentors like that, I want to give a special shout out to that Vibe. They invited me up to a thing that they having with the youth in February, and I wanted to be like, man, this is really a lane that I wanted to get into. You know, y'all almost lost your boy last week.
Yeah, bro. I wasn't.
No, I didn't even talk about that. A couple days after that, a youngster pulled a gun on me.
Oh shit.
Yeah, y'all really almost lost your boy. And I'm like, man, these youth need guidance. He was probably in his 20s. Him and his partner jumped my son. I went over to him, but I didn't go over to him high feet. I went over to him and said, because I know my son can start some shit. So I went over to him and I said, hey man, what happened? Y'all jumped my son? What's going on? Dude start giving me an explanation. So while me and him is talking, his other partner goes in the house and comes back out with the thing. Wow. And what's up? I said, man, all that ain't necessary. You know, we neighbors, this and that. Dude, I said, that shit ain't necessary. Dude said, oh, now you want to play like we neighbors. I'm like, dude, I came talking to you like a man. All that ain't necessary, right? Yeah. Dude gets to, he starts really putting on a full show. Right there in the middle of my street. Right? My sister comes out and says, what's going on?
Bro with the gun?
Yeah, he's putting on a full show. He tells my sister, shut up, bitch. I'm trying to keep everything calm. Now, unbeknownst to me, she calls the NA team. So right when dude somewhat calmed down, they bend the corner with enough artillery for that. So I'm like, hey, because I don't want to see nothing happen to the youngster, even though he just was threatening my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they like, no, we heard he was threatening you, so we come to handle it. And I'm like, I don't want him to die. I don't want y'all to go to prison. You know, I do appreciate that somebody called y'all and said I was in danger, and y'all ran red lights with machine guns to come see about me. I do appreciate that. But I don't want y'all to go to prison. But no, he can't be pulling no gun. I said, well, if he was really, in my day, if I go inside to get the gun, if I come out, it wasn't going to be no conversation. I was going to come out active. I'm coming out the door. I said the fact that he didn't come out the door shooting, he's just really just showing out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Then later on, I talked to his father, and I said, hey, man, I'm at a stage in my life where I should be mad that this man had a gun, threatening me, told my sister, shut up, bitch, all that type of shit. I said, but my only concern is actually, I walked up to your son like a man and asked him what was going on. Why did he feel so threatened to go get a gun? So that's my concern right there, that, man, telling me and him could go actually have a bite, eat this and that, because there was nothing in this scenario that he should have went and got a gun. And there's so many youngsters. And then I looked and I had a whole squad of youngsters who came, and really in reality, even though I'm like, I appreciate y'all coming, if they would have killed dude, they'd all be, they'd spend their 20s and 30s in prison. And I don't want that either. And I'm like, and then I also had to start thinking, like, even though I appreciate them coming, how easy it was that they was willing to come throw their lives away. Somebody called, said, whoop, whoop, somebody got a gun, and they literally came with no thought, ready to shoot up the block. And I'm like, he ready to throw his life away, they ready to throw their lives away. And this thing really all started over a parking spot. That's what it all started. So it could have been multiple deaths over a parking spot. So we got to get involved in these young men's lives. You know what I'm saying?
I got
things
somebody
like
on house arrest right now over a damn parking spot.
Right. You people get killed
crazy,
over a
bro.
parking spot like it's something completely insignificant, could have cost people lives and years. So the things that y'all doing up there with them young folks and them job corps and all that type of stuff and reaching out to them, man, all responsible black men need to also get involved in these things. Be some type of mentor, some type of big brother, some type of something. Or if you ain't got time to go out there, I know you got a nephew. I know you got a little cousin. I know you got somebody. Stop for just a few minutes or something and say, hey, how they doing? Or call them, hey, I'm finna go come pick you up and get you a burger. Even if they might be like, what the hell is all this about? But let them see some positive black male energy, because they really out here really ready to crash out over
dumb shit,
a parking spot.
Dumb shit.
So so once again, shout out to y'all for the work that y'all doing in the community. And other brothers, man, if you don't even want to get involved in the organization or nothing like that, there's somebody in your family. You got a cousin who got a son and their daddy ain't around or something. Just do something. Do something. Because, man, they really out here killing and willing to be killed.
Over dumb shit.
Over nothing.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that's all I want to say. I'm getting off my...
Thank you for tuning in.
Nate is in the building. Hey Nate, look who else is in the building. They behind camera. Nate, my main man. Now Nate, that's funny that we actually talking about that right when Nate chimes in, because Nate travels up and down the state going in and out of prisons and juvenile halls saving people. Nate was one of the first. His story, Nate actually got a life sentence as a juvenile, and that was unconstitutional. After doing like 30 plus years, they came out. But since his feet has touched the ground out here, Nate has been going from one end of California to the other, saving lives.
That's what's
So
up.
I want to give a shout out to that brother, man.
Salute.
Nate Williams.
We need to have you come on and tell your story one day,
yeah,
bro.
man. Come on, man. We need you.
Real spill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's one of the realest cats I ever met, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and his mission is just, man, it's bulletproof,
Salute.
nonstop salute.
Definitely salute that. So, he said he at San Quentin parking lot right now.
Right. Hey, like I said, that
That's what's
brother
up.
works
Out there doing
tirelessly on that behalf of
That's what's up. That's big shit.
Some people work with the formerly incarcerated. Nate actually goes into the belly of the beast trying to save brothers.
That's what's up, man. Salute that all day.
Yep, San Quentin parking lot. By the way, if you're a nurse, San Quentin is hiring. And it's outlandish, though.
Paper. Be about your paper, man. That fitty scratch. Yeah.
What was the cat out of Vallejo? He had a song about
Young Lay?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Money.
I seen him on like some First 48 type of thing.
They
should have made a movie about that.
His BM,
They killed her and stole the baby.
Stole the baby, yeah.
And raised the baby for some years.
Yeah.
It's a crazy story. They killed her and stole the baby and was raising the baby.
Yeah, there's some cold shit out there in the world.
It's some sick individuals.
Yeah. I want to say condolences to the Gardner family. Cousin Band-Aid, he lost his wife the other day. So.
Oh yeah.
Man,
that's crazy.
Yeah. Band-Aid wife passed. So.
I'm sure I hate to hear that.
Rest in peace, cousin. I know you going through it, cuz we got you. Prayers and strength.
Sure.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week, man.
Yes, it has been. And you got to stay off social media, man, because I keep seeing us being blamed for us black men being blamed for Kamala's defeat, and where there was some brothers that went against the grain, you gotta look at it like this. And no excuse for my fellow brothers, but a lot of the misinformation game out there was so strong. Like, so even if some brothers went there, because I'm looking over now, because the misinformation was so strong across the board that I keep seeing Muslims on there talking about, well, I was misled. I didn't know that the man was going to talk about bombing Gaza. Other ones, got Latinos. I thought he was only talking about deporting people that were not following the law. I'm following the law. You're talking about this, so I'm like, so across the board. The only thing I can say is that I can't even say do the research, because a lot of people didn't really do things in school where they really build their critical thinking, their ability to look through propaganda and stuff like that. But
but hold up, the whole thing is the people that's saying that, they don't know what they're talking about. That's the problem. Like, people just hear anything and just nowadays you just believe it. Like, you gotta still do your research. You know what I'm saying? What was it, 70 to like 80% of black men voted for Kamala Harris? Like,
here's the thing.
Come on, bro. Like,
so if 17% went against the grain, that ain't on us.
Even more black women voted for him than even the black men. But I mean, that's a high ass percentage. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't us.
Well, you gotta look at it like this.
Even if we voted 100% for him, she still wouldn't have won.
Yeah, I think part of the reason is that the few brothers that I knew personally that went against the grain, so to speak, and I'm keep saying going against the grain, because if you listen to what dude was talking about, there's nowhere in the world as a black man with, even if you say, I don't buy into the two-party system, whatever, as a black man, you went in there and said, that's the guy for me, you not like us. But when I do say the brothers that went against the grain, even though it was maybe only 17%, some of them were so loud and so obnoxious about it that it seemed like it was bigger. It was so many between the ones. Repeat some blatant misinformation. Well, see, she locked up hella brothers for smoking weed.
But she listened to Tupac in college.
Yeah. She locked up hella brothers for weed, and dude said death penalty for drug dealers.
Let's call shit what it is.
Huh?
She locked up 45 men. She's the one that helped start the programs to help them.
Hey, but as I was saying, but I'm just saying though, is that some of the brothers were so loud with the misinformation, like they were regurgitated, that it might seem like everybody was on that shit, but no. 83% of the brothers that showed up to vote, 83%, the vast majority, went for her. So you can't say this loss is on black men.
45 men is like 45 men is crazy. Like that's you can't
in a
just
state
like
with 38 million people.
You can't just overstep that. That's
it's 38 million people in the city.
That's another point, right? But at the same time, I'm looking at it like
Democrats.
Y'all see what bruh is who
they played themselves.
Do y'all see who bruh is appointing to be on his?
It's gonna be wild.
He's appointing people that he say will get shit done.
3 people that all have sexually assaulted women on his cabinet. You know what I'm saying? I'm
listening to R. Kelly when I leave here.
It's just crazy. Shit. Like the agenda is being set up.
I ain't gonna do nothing violent to women because I don't believe in that. But we gonna listen to the king.
I'm just gonna sit back and watch. You know,
shit better be funny.
This is all I can do.
If I see people get deported that I voted for him, I'm gonna be like, okay, you're a moron.
You big dummy. But here's the thing, though. Let's call it what it is, though.
Mm-hmm. What is it, man?
They team, and I voted for her, but I call shit like it is. I talk shit about him. I talk shit about her because both of them fuck both of them. It's my personal opinion.
Me too.
But I like I said, I voted for her. But here's the thing: you got to look at the way shit is and what's really going on. What's happening? Oh, they need grab them some cups out the Rock's office. Uh-huh. There's
how many we need?
The Democrats. They hold her whole campaign, even though, and it was a rush campaign. It was a rush. It was a rush movement. So I can give them that. You know, on one end a little bit. You know, that's a little bit. But at the same time, here's some things. And I'm like I said, I'm not Trump. I ain't supporting Trump. Never have. Never will. But we as melanated people got to start calling shit what it is. And like I said, we got to stop putting the feelings of that the people give us in the politics of this, and put shit that like I can sip on this yak. Now, if I tell you I'm gonna give you some yak, that's just a feeling that you're gonna feel good about me giving you some yak, but I ain't give you no yak.
Right.
And that's what her policies was doing. She was telling you what she was gonna give you, but she wasn't giving you shit, and she been there for a minute. She didn't separate herself from Sleepy Blood, you know. They sat there and I get you want to go out and get the voters out and all that,
and not put people off.
Exactly, but they fumbled the fucking bag.
Yeah. It wasn't actually they. Biden fumbled the bag.
He's a part of they.
Yeah,
all
Biden
of them.
Fumbled the
that
bag.
Whole party fumbled the bag, and they should be going back and looking in the mirror and asking themselves, what the fuck? How the fuck we let that happen?
Dude, we finna have.
They should be feeling like the Patriots did when the Patriots was undefeated and lost in the Super Bowl.
Bro, we finna have an attorney general who's a white supremacist who never even really practiced law, being over
Gats or whatever.
Gates, being over all the attorneys, a pedophile. He's appointing Robert Kennedy. Freaking Junior,
who's gonna try to get fluoride out of their drinking water, which should happen.
That's bananas. I know it shouldn't. That's bananas.
Bro. Huh?
That's bananas.
Do you know what fluoride does to you?
The amount of fluoride that you would have to drink for it to be harmful to your body is 4,000% higher than what it is. If they say this causes cancer in rats, it's because they did a syringe this fucking big and put it into a rat.
Bro.
There's whole generations, especially in places like
the
Florida,
fluoride out of water, who you think they trying to wake
fell
up?
out their mouth completely because they at least had fluoride in the water.
See?
Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
I know you
There's a
on
reason
this
why
show,
the rest of
that's right.
Kennedy said we don't fuck with
Man,
you.
never
Dude is
mind
a
that,
nut.
bro. The dude said he had a dead worm in his head, bro, that was eating his brain alive. He killed the bear in Central Park, skinned the shit, and
Dude is nuts.
yeah, and came out and said that was me. That bear that y'all found dead in Central Park, that was me. I skinned the bear and all that shit. Like,
Robert Kennedy.
that's who's running the country.
There's a reason
bro.
why all his siblings.
Like, that's who's running the fucking country.
Dude got
out,
11
bro.
brothers and sisters, and they all said, "Hey, we don't fuck with him.
Yeah, all his brothers and sisters, like
He don't represent. He don't represent us."
Trump said, "I'm gonna let him go wild on you, motherfucker."
And that's to my point. See, I don't. Yeah, that's
It's
to my
about to be
point.
Kurt
See,
Timms,
if the Democrats would have ran, if they'd have stuck to the plan,
Dembloods.
because the plan was supposed to be Newsom and dude, the governor of Pennsylvania.
Exactly.
If they run them
Newsom,
two, they win.
Right.
But Biden was on some fuck you shit. He was not supposed.
Yeah.
Like,
Thank you.
my daughter works for public
They
relations for Newsom.
fumbled the bag.
That's the
That's
reason
what it
why
is.
at the end of 2023, Newsom was doing interviews in Florida. He was in. It was to set it up, and just before the
He
primaries,
was the parachute
Biden was
child.
supposed to step
Hey,
down.
man, what-
But Biden got pissed off at Newsom about something Newsom said, and he
And
said, "Fuck it, I ran
Newsom the
anyway."
bitch.
So then they finally pressured him to quit, and he was supposed to. They were supposed to do a fake primary. Newsom was going to win with dude from Pennsylvania as the vice president, and Biden, in order to fuck over Newsom one more time,
Had to stay in the race.
intentionally endorsed Kamala. That's why it was so much silence, and then suddenly I endorsed Kamala, and the rest of the party was looking like, "What the fuck? That wasn't what you were supposed to do."
Right.
And that's why it took several
They
days
fumbled
for
the
Obama and Clinton them to also, because it was like, you just fucked our whole plan over. The
part of
plan was
that
supposed to be
move-
Newsom, but Biden was like,
Fumble
all right,
liar.
y'all want me to
Fumble
quit?
That's why
Biden was like, y'all want me to quit?
Nah,
All right, y'all
but-
can quit, but Newsom ain't finna take my spot.
But I
selfishness
think what a lot of
is
people-
why we deserve what we got as a whole.
I think a lot of people
We will
overlook
rise above it,
as
but
somebody
we
who
deserve
ain't
what the
support-
fuck
I
we
think she
get
did pretty
when we
good, though, for
continue
being put
to
in
only
an
believe
awkward
in
position.
this party and that party only.
Yep.
You
But look-
notice Obama and Clinton's
Fuck
and
both
like
of
them didn't hit the road for her like they did, because she wasn't supposed to be
They
the
fumbled.
choice.
But
That
look,
was
it was
Biden's
bullshit.
way of saying, "Oh, y'all making me step down? Fuck y'all!
you.
I'll blow this bitch up on my way out the door."
But
Putting
but-
cases on all you son of bitches.
But you gotta look at how.
I call it like
So
it is.
as somebody who didn't support neither one of them,
Mm-hmm.
as people think I support the Democratic Party because I hate Trump because I think he's a bitch, and I said it on my show.
He's
A
a
prissy-
bitch ass
a prissy
bitch
little-
man.
But
rich
because this motherfucker does shit can't none of us do, and motherfuckers act like he's Jesus Christ, bro. And for real, like,
That
and that
motherfucker
shit
ain't Caesar Borgia.
really no. Hold on, let me finish,
Go ahead.
bruh. This dude is a bad boy, bro. When it comes to this politics shit, you cannot fuck with him, blood.
Yeah.
Like, he is like that dude. Like, when I seen him say, they said whatever they said you did was a crime. He said, "Yeah, that is a crime." He said that would be a crime, but that's not a crime though. Like, yeah, that would be a crime, but that's not a crime though. Cause I did it, nigga. That's not a crime. And everybody's like, "Oh, well, shit. I guess it ain't a crime then."
Well,
Like,
looking
God
at his age and his gut though,
Hey.
we ain't gotta
Listen,
deal. We ain't gonna have to deal with dude
that
for 4
boy will
years.
piss on you and tell you it's raining, bro.
Here's the
And
thing.
motherfuckers
Exactly.
is like,
But that's when it'd be a civil war. Like,
Look,
he
niggas
is
going
a
to the
bad.
guns.
Listen,
Let me get- I
from
got
the
you.
side.
Mhm.
Listen, I don't like him as a.
You
I don't
don't.
like him as a person,
I don't
but
either.
as a political motherfucker, that is a bad motherfucker, blood.
Mm-hmm.
For real. Like, I gotta go back to my uncle's OG. That's a bad boy. Like, for real. Like, you can't fuck with Trump, blood. Like, he just really makes people believe his shit, bruh. And like, they buy into it. I'm like,
Motherfucker's a salesman.
How are people trusting you on the economy, nigga, when you had 6 bankruptcies, bro? Like, how are you better than nigga, I have 0. Let me try. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and the thing is,
but I got a bankruptcy, but you know what I'm saying? That made me better because, you know, it's failure. And I'm like, bro, this nigga game is crazy, bro. Like,
yeah, I mean, he proved, though, that, man, if you bold enough to say it and do it, man, you know, because...
Well, he thought it was over with the, grab him in the pussy shit.
Yeah.
If y'all seen the documentary, he
that
thought it was over.
would be over.
And he was like, oh, my God. And everybody was like, it's nothing. And he was like,
boys will be boys.
For real? And so now if you look,
yeah,
he's got 3 dudes he's appointing into his cabinet that all have sexual assault, some kind of cases, including himself.
Take felonies,
and it's just like,
that's why there's so many brothers that do support him. Because
is that what we doing right now?
Put 3 of his attorneys in positions too.
Right.
But you gotta look
Brett
at it like
Kavanaugh, one of our damn Supreme Court justices. He had
the man Dick David Collins was pants off because he always ended at the party pantsless. This is the man that y'all got in power positions. The man whose nickname is like, oh, dude, you talking about pants off? Pants off finna be on the Supreme Court.
Oh my God, bro, this is nuts. Like what's going on? What they doing is crazy.
And all because the other party, selfish egos, bullshit. And they alienated a whole block of voters.
But what about?
You can't alienate them people because they was against you from the beginning.
But what
50-50.
worked? But what worked? What worked is when I look at it from the outside. You had one party that was trying to be all nice and doing all this and coming up like they're meeting you for the first time, like they're meeting moms for the first time. And then you got another party over here talking about black people eating watermelon and they're eating our cats and eating our dogs.
Exactly.
And it's like, so.
But here goes the thing. Regardless of how you feel, how you gonna vote for the party that talk about black people eating watermelon? Like, you know what?
Yeah.
Some of the things they say kind of rings to me.
But regardless, it's like their campaign was like, fuck y'all,
jokes.
and we sticking together, bro, and we sticking together, and the other party was just like, you know, we're.
Let's have Megan twerk.
Can I address the elephant in the room that a lot of us don't like to touch on because sometimes it reminds us of family members. But we gotta remember, self-hate is a real thing.
True.
There's a lot of black men out there who don't really got a problem with white supremacy. They just have a problem with their place in it. And if they could get away with all the things that white men get away with, talk crazy to people, say things, call people slurs, do whatever. If they could do those things and get away with it, they're fine with it. They want to be the Ice Cubes of the world, the 50 Cents of the world, them type of people. That's the reason why they kind of admire Trump, because he can get away with wild shit. Yeah. They really want to be junior white men. They okay with everybody being oppressed if they got a pat on the head and was like, you're special, you're not like the other ones, then they would be they're fine with it. The only problem they have with white supremacy is that their positioning. But they got elevated a little bit above everybody else. They'll be fine
I
with it.
I could deal with a little bit of criminality, a little bit of shady shit. They all do that shit. That's why I ain't support the shit. But when you start raping women and doing all that shit, blood, you going too far, blood. Like I fuck 50 Cent and all in blood. Like on God, like if you supporting somebody who's sexually assaulting women and thinking he got found guilty, blood, by a group of Democrats and first of all, he got indicted by a grand jury of Democrats and Republicans who looked at the case and said, yes, this case should go to trial. Then it went to trial with a group of his peers of Democrats and Republicans who said, damn, yeah, he kind of did like sexually assault her.
He fucked up a little bit.
Bro, 40 motherfuckers just said the nigga got sexually assaulted, bro. Like, she got sexually assaulted. The nigga is guilty, bro. Like, So what are we doing right now? Like,
you know what?
This
Fuck
is who
that
we
up.
want to run our country, bro. Like for real. Like you should be disqualified just because of that, bro.
I agree 100% with you.
Let alone the
I'm gonna be
dying
devil's
black
advocate for
people,
half a sec.
Housing and all, bro. I could go on and on
I'm
about
with
this
you.
shit,
I'm with you
bro.
100%.
Like,
you know what outshine and fuck that up? The sister DA that was charging, she put her dude that she was fucking on the case and that shit. That overshadowed that shit.
Yeah.
Niggas fuck
Stupid.
up shit. That
Stupid.
dumb stupid shit.
Yeah.
That should have been a lot. That case should have been done.
They was
Once
like,
that
"Thank
bullshit
you, God."
got in there, they like, look, get it to the niggas. The niggas gonna fuck it up.
Yep. They got.
She
lucky
put her
with that.
nigga on the. Don't put your boo on the payroll. Put that motherfucker in the back. Let that nigga do the mail or something. You got this motherfucker doing and you fuck that whole shit up.
Yeah.
Cause now they like, see, can't trust
That
niggas.
shit was going
Niggas
full
do
steam
fucking some
ahead,
shit
too,
up.
until that shit
I was
happened.
like, oh, this nigga finna go. I was happy.
Yeah.
Then I seen that shit. I'm like, nigga,
Bro, I was so mad, but I was
wash.
Like, I was
And now
so
when you get
mad.
in, everything's
I was
gonna
so
get
mad.
washed.
I was
Why?
just like, bud,
Because
y'all
that
really
party-
did that?
That party, once again, the party that's behind a whole lot of shit that a lot of melanated people go for that party when that party is behind your back stabbing you anyway. Both parties
Not
stabbed.
necessarily.
I call it what it
Not
is.
necessarily.
I ain't saying 100%. I
Because you can't
said
pull the both parties are the same. Like if you ever unfortunately have to
Bullshit.
go on unemployment and one party is saying 8 weeks and the other party is saying 76, you'll be like, okay, I'd rather have this one.
No,
when one
but like
party
you
says
said-
special
But has-
needs kids
No, but like
can't
you
get
said,
this
let me
and
say
that.
this
The other
real
party
quick
is.
point,
Go ahead.
because I normally be
It's,
quiet.
it's,
No,
it's,
no,
it's,
go ahead.
It's disingenuous to act like they both the same.
But like he said,
You
though,
know.
but like what's crazy about it is when you look at the numbers, because I'm a numbers
Brother
dude,
Broski.
and I love
Bro,
looking
what's
at
happening?
numbers. When you look at the percentages of uneducated people that supported this man,
oh yeah,
it's higher than anything. So he's just saying anything. People don't do no research. They ain't them type of people, right?
like I said,
But-
that very good critical
Listen,
thinking
no,
skills.
but that
Right.
wasn't my point. My point was your point a couple weeks ago, is that the policies that these broke ass people is supporting
it's against them.
is against them.
Right.
And they too dumb to, like you're, bro.
You
Like they brought broadband internet to Wichita, fucking.
This year, right? When you have conversations with the average person from the Bay Area or LA, when you talk about things, life, whatever,
Say
you're just
that's
having
why they call it a
conversations, and then go have a conversation with somebody that's born and raised in Mississippi or Alabama. If you can't tell the difference, then you probably are from Modesto. Because I'm here to tell you, on average, and I got kin folks in Mississippi and Alabama, and I love them dearly, but compared to the conversations and the vibes that I get when I'm dealing with my Bay Area folks, they lightweight backwards out there. They really is. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody comes and says, "Oh, these people over here, they think they're at least they think they're better than you," that can really resonate with them because they know they dumb. They know it.
Yeah.
They know it. I remember back, I first really realized it in 2016 when they was out there ranting and raving about socialism and this and that. Right? What do you think Medicare is? What do you think happens when you call the fire department? We don't want no socialism. This whole country, public schools, traffic lights, having Highland Hospital, all these things are socialism. Social.
Yes.
And the fact that they couldn't conflate the difference between socialism and communism, it's just bananas to me. And you look around, and you start saying like, man, people is really dumb. Don't you know if you went to public schools, this and that? Well, I don't want my tax money going for this. we all pay taxes and might not even have kids in a particular school district. It's for the good. You need public health care. You need public schools. You need lights. You need roads. My house is on fire. I need to be able to call the fire department. Not somebody show up and say, "All right, blood, I'm gonna charge you $2,000. We'll put this fire out. If not."
Burn, baby,
like,
burn.
come on, man. This shit is crazy.
Trump bitch
These
slapped
people in the South is slow as fuck.
Trump bitch slapped them in politics, bro.
Yes, he did.
They did.
Because he's willing to lie. And he's willing to misrepresent things.
Their ground game was crazy, bro. They know that 60-something% of their voters is uneducated people.
He said, I love the poorly educated.
So what they did was they hit the ground and they knocked on doors and said, hey, you know they trying to take your rights. They trying to take your rights. You got people worried about immigration who don't even live in border cities. Like, I don't even see, Nick, we in California. I don't see immigrants just running around here.
J.D. Vance had a commercial talking crazy, about bro. Immigrants was bringing drugs into Ohio.
When you got people in Central America, like not Central America, I mean Central United States of America.
You in Nebraska talking about the cartel.
1,500 miles away from any border, and you talking about them damn immigrants is taking our job. Nigga, ain't no immigrant got no job I want to do.
But J.D. Vance had a commercial where he said his mother was the victim of people bringing in drugs. The reality is his mother was a nurse, and she was stealing medication from the patients.
Yeah, right.
So wasn't nobody coming, but he put on the commercial as if immigrants came and got his mama on drugs. Actually, your mother was the lowest form, because I used to work at Out Debates for 12 years, and I saw several instances of people in there talking about the pain won't go away, and doctors started talking about this guy just wants medication, and then depriving him of medication, and the nurse was actually short-stopping. You know, like especially like medications like Dilaudid and stuff like that, which they give you in the ER for pain. And the nurses was stealing and going to the bathroom and shooting up. And dude over here talking about he's still in pain.
They swept that under the rug though.
And you got to be a god awful person. If a person's laying there in pain and you decide to take their medication to get high and then tell the doctor, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. I gave him the pain medication, and that's what J.D. Vance's mother was doing. But he made a commercial acting as if an immigrant came from Mexico and went all the way to fucking Ohio and sold his mama some dope. And I'm sitting there like, who's falling for this shit?
People are. They are. Because they believe him. Because he got his look. And
what's the old saying? There's a sucker born every minute.
But it's wild how many suckers it is. So, and that's why I don't be having, like, I like to let people have their opinions. We can have cool debates. But when a person sits there and says, and then wild, inaccurate misinformation comes out their mouth, I damn near lose respect for them.
It's like, duh.
And then a couple months ago, Ice Cube popped back up with that. And I'm like, wow. So every 4 years in October, Ice Cube is going to pop up, slander the shit out the Democrats and this and that, and then disappear. It's like, okay, dude won. Q, where you at with the platinum plan and all that and this and that? Because you say don't vote for Democrats unless they give you X, Y, Z. Well, what are you demanding from them people? Because the man said, you know, a lot of people, reparations has been a big thing, right? Trump said he's gonna give reparations to the white kids who've been discriminated against. This man really said the white kids who've been the victim of discrimination, we're gonna sue these colleges. And I'm sitting here like, they didn't get discriminated against, but that's the mindset. They play into that they victims. You're a victim.
Yeah.
The immigrants and the blacks, they're taking things from you.
Yeah.
You got that. And now remember, they got all three branches.
Yeah, it's about to be a wrap.
That's why I said that, and forgive me, I'm not for them, but I'm just calling shit like it is. The Democrats fumbled, dropped the ball with egos and bullshit. So we can't. They don't get a pass for that shit. Y'all niggas can't get them a pass for do this shit. You can't, because if you do,
the only thing that could save them
I look at
now,
niggas different. Call it like it is.
The only thing that could save them right now is that they still have a elections and stuff coming up next year.
Midterm.
Yeah, the
Midterms.
midterms.
Yeah.
So they can still switch some seats and still get control of, I think, the House or something
Think
like
they didn't
that.
tank on purpose?
Because these
Whatever.
people seriously got buyer's
I'm
remorse.
just like, listen, bro. Yeah, they do. They're like, oh shit, we didn't know.
Hopefully, will they be here to vote during midterms?
Oh, hey.
Hey, because dude talking about day one mass deportation.
Let's call it. Like I said,
Hey, I'm sitting back. I've got my popcorn. I'm just like,
I'm
this.
like,
y'all
mass
voted in.
deportation.
Y'all voted in somebody whose own vice president said this dude is like Hitler, bro. And y'all voted this
Now,
nigga in office,
speaking
bro.
of elections, y'all make sure the new election gonna be in February. Y'all make sure y'all go out there and support my boy Lauren Taylor for mayor of Oakland.
oh, that's what we were supposed to be on.
Because there's a job opening in Oakland.
Speaking of that opening, in openings. So we got Shane Tao.
Bye. Peace, Shane.
Deuces. She out.
See, you should have came on the podcast because she refused to come. She was supposed to come on Cognac Confessionals back then, and she didn't come.
Oh, you was working on that?
Now, my little cousin got shot at King Estates.
Oh.
He got shot 5 times. They shot some of the workers. In fact, one of the workers died. They came on campus and shot 5 people.
Damn.
They called it a draw.
And I reached out to
He
her
talking about
people.
another fight.
Oh.
I reached out to her people and was like, hey, let the, come sit down. Can she come sit down since it looked like she was going to win? Come sit down, talk to his mama, this and that, right? And basically, reassure him that you're going to put the resources in place to make sure that, that they safe. And her people sent back the word saying, and she said, what makes this shooting so special? People get shot. Basically, damn near the paid in full line. People get shot every day, B. And I was like, ain't this about a bitch? Ain't this about a bitch? She about to be a man. Her words is, basically, why should she come acknowledge? And so when Seneca and them started, and Keisha started the movement to recall her, that was the reason why I was such a willing soldier. I went and knocked on doors. I did everything I can. I helped gather signatures and everything like that. And so I want to be able to proudly say, because, damn, I was going to call out her name. But,
don't do that.
Okay, I can proudly say that she shitted on my family, and we helped yank her ass out of office.
Bye.
That's right.
See you
That's
later.
the power of the vote.
People like, oh man, you
Now-
shouldn't celebrate her downfall. Like, no,
ain't
fuck her
celebrate.
downfall because she really came in on some
She didn't
bullshit.
do shit. She fucked Oakland up. Keep it a buck. Her, the motherfucker before her, and the motherfucker before them.
Yeah.
Let's call it a
But
buck.
she was
Call
arrogant
it what it is.
with it.
Exactly.
The other ones, I guess it don't make a difference if somebody stealing your wallet, but if one person steals your wallet and kind of slinks off, and another person steals your wallet and stands there like, yeah, I got your wallet,
What you gonna do about it?
you're going to have a little bit more hatred for that person.
Yeah. So now, also the other recall, Pamela Price, which I
voted for it, but I didn't really, I wasn't
understood.
tripping. I just was on
I understood what she was trying to
Shane.
do.
Yeah.
She was. You could be doing something for so long that's wrong, and you won't know it's wrong till somebody who knows that it's wrong comes and tries to change the course of what's wrong. And that's what she did. Now, granted, if because all them extra super duper multiplier sentence enhancers that they was coming up with to give niggas super jersey football numbers and shit. That, we know what all that shit was. That shit was garnered and made and invented for us to give us ever in jail. She came with the hold on, let's stop doing all that shit. Because she was trying to right the wrong system. And she was brave enough to do that shit. So I'm going to salute her for having the gall and the courage to do that. Now,
her execution was very poor, though.
I understand that.
Her execution was very
I understand what her intention was. And then when you would have somebody who would get, but once again, you could be doing something one way forever and it's wrong, but you used to it being done that way. But once somebody comes and says, wait a minute, no, that's not how this should be done. But you got people that, no, that's the way it's always been. No, fuck that. We always was coming from the back. We didn't go in the front door. No, motherfucker, you can go in the front. No, we've always been going in the back. And that's what you niggas sound like when y'all did this shit. That I'm keeping it a buck. Fuck that. That's
we
what.
gotta keep
That's
it extra buck though. We gotta
Her-
keep it extra buck.
her-
I have
her
a coworker
shit-
whose son was murdered.
I understand
Whose
that.
son was murdered, and the previous DA assistants was working with her. They was calling her. They was giving her updates and everything like that. And as it was all about to go to trial, Pamela Price came into office and literally, damn near, basically lowered the charges and refused to meet with his mother.
See, I didn't know that. Now, that's
Refused to meet
you
with
could at
his
least
mother.
meet.
And then come to find out that there was actually several cases like that where she was on some. She put you like this: Pamela Price was obviously a visionary. Like, hey, this system is wrong. We need to do. But the reason why I say her execution was poor is because while she was being this visionary, there was people over here whose loved ones had been murdered, and they were saying, hey, can we at least have a word with you? Or hey, this person right here, they might be just accused of this murder, but they're actually responsible for several murders across the community. And you're in here talking about giving this person leniency, talking about giving this person grace, but they've been murdering all across the neighborhoods, and she was on some, basically, be gone, peasants. I know what's best for the community.
I just don't
and
think
that's
people.
what turned so
you
many
talking-
people against her.
But
Okay,
I just
that's
don't,
something I wasn't aware of.
Yeah.
So
I
can,
just don't be. I don't think people who are. I don't think if you like somebody like a prosecutor or something like that, I just don't like the idea of you being in politics. I just don't. I just
It's
like.
all.
it
I
gotta
hate
be.
politics,
somebody
and you know I
gotta
got
be
to deal with
elected.
politics.
I
I hate
don't
I just
politics.
feel
Right.
like because you're choosing either to defend somebody or to be for somebody, and then you're gonna have you're putting yourself in a box, and then you're trying to run for public office and say you're for everybody when clearly you're not.
No, you obviously have a platform.
Yeah,
Right.
Or an
So-
agenda. You have your agenda.
I mean, was it just a job for you? I do shit.
well, like I said, I
it's
think
just
she,
a job.
I
but,
think she was a visionary. She just her
I agree with you.
personality, and her vision. It didn't get She didn't
Right. There was
communicate
no
it,
communication.
and it seems like she didn't feel that it was even work. Like, nigga, trust me, I got this.
Yeah.
As opposed to explaining to people what the vision is. And then let's also address the elephant in the room. Like, and I say this, and let me put a disclaimer.
Yeah, put your.
I got a son in Corcoran right now, so I've been on both sides of this equation of I've been in the front row at the funeral, and I've been at funerals, and I've been on the front row of somebody. And people sitting there saying, this is the worst human being ever lived. He shot this one. He was arrested for this murder. Oh, he only beat the case because the witness wouldn't come forward. And everybody saying, who gave birth to this god-awful bastard? And I'm sitting there like, and trust me, he's not as bad as I say, but let's also address the elephant in the room. Many of these cats that's sitting there, and I'll take my own son as an example. Many cats that's sitting there accused of a particular murder have several other murders that they got away with. So when they hit my son with them football numbers, on one hand, I'm like, oh, shit. And they took my son and threw away the key, right? But I also know that my son took away a lot of other parents' sons. And one day my son gonna walk out of there. Where they sons is at, they not gonna walk out of there. So why? So I'm like, I want grace and mercy for my son, and please, you gotta understand, and society help influence that, right? But then also, I gotta have some accountability that I put a monster into the world. He's my monster. I love him. If I could trade my life for his, I would, of course, because that's. But on the other hand, shit, you know. I just got off the phone when I was coming over here. My nephew. Right now, my nephew is facing a parole hearing, and I paid for the lawyer, and the lawyer went to the DA because they trying to revoke his parole and reinstate his 40-year suspended sentence. He had 60 years, 40 suspended, and the DA told the lawyer, I know for a fact he's committed 3 murders, and I know for a fact 3 murders, and I promised the mother of one of his last victims was, if I ever get another chance at him, I'm gonna fry him. So I'm gonna fry him. No deals. I'm gonna give him them 42 years, and he's gonna do every day of them. And I'm sitting there like, because they're not lying. My nephew did kill at least 3 people, maybe more. So, but on the other hand, I'm spending thousands on lawyers because it's my nephew. I'm trying to save him. But on the other hand, goddamn, he's damn near mass murderer. So, what do we do?
Right.
I don't want him to do 40 years in prison, but I know if they let his ass out of this, 2024, before 2030, at least one more person is gonna die behind him, because he's still on bullshit. He did 19 years, got out with 42 suspended, and came right out on bullshit. You are who you are. So it's like, man, what do we do? So when you get a Pamela Price in there who says, hey, we're not going to give these brothers 100 years for jaywalking, this and that, it sound good. Right? It sound good. Like, hey, we're going to get rid of these enhancements. We're going to do these things that sound good. But then there's a whole nother bunch of people to be like, hey, my son got killed. Right. Do anybody care? Right. Do anybody care? My son got killed. My brother got killed. Do anybody care? It's wild. It's complicated.
Right. It's a thin margin in that, and I agree with you. Like I said, but her looking at it from, you know, the old nigga on the Muppet Show watching from the balcony, VIP seats with my binoculars, looking at the goal of what she wanted to do.
It was noble.
Because we've been getting hit with all these extra enhancements. Pilgrims weren't getting hit with all these extra enhancements. So that's where I'm like, she was trying to do something right. And because like I said, you can do something one way forever, but it's wrong.
This whole shit just showed me this ain't our world, bro.
Yeah.
This ain't ours.
It's like an example to go along with what you're saying. An example.
Keep trying to get over on us.
When brothers kill people, right? Mm-hmm. They often get second-degree murder, which is 15 to life, right? White dudes in the same circumstance will get manslaughter, which is 14 years. Now, on paper, you could say white defendants and black defendants, on average, get sentenced to 15, 14 years. So you'll say, well, that's about an institutional bias on average. Mm-hmm. But then if you really know the system, 15 to life has to go before the parole board. And everybody gets denied your first however many times you go. So on average, the people that got sentenced to 15 to life serve about 27, 28 years on average. And the only reason why that number is so low is because they're also counting in the people who die while they're in prison. So that makes the numbers look a certain way. But everybody that gets sentenced to the manslaughter 14 years, at 10 and a half years, they walk out the door unless they've committed another murder behind there. So on paper, it looks like white defendants and black defendants pretty much get sentenced the same. Yes. But in reality, black defendants serve almost 3 times longer than the white defendant. Yes. So there is those systematic things that they can manipulate the numbers to make it look like everybody's being treated fairly, but you're actually not. And some of the white defendants, they'll say that what they did is drugs, and they got a prison called CDCR, where they let you go after 2 years.
For everywhere.
But I'm just saying, though, is that on paper it looks like everybody's being treated fairly, but no, black defendants are being fucked over. So you do need somebody that's going to come in and say, hey, I'm going to straighten out the system.
And that is my only point and my feather in my cap when it comes to her. She came with a vision of this system is the system and it's wrong. We need to do something about the system. Pamela Price. I understand the flip side of that coin of the victim's family. Hey, this because we're used to all these enhancements, all this stuff. And don't get me wrong.
Look at old girl in San Francisco, Brooke Jenkins. You know what I ain't talking about recalling her? Because that sister literally lays the hammer on everyone. Cats get caught smoking drugs in the Tenderloin, and she sent them to prison. She don't play, so nobody can say. So you had one sister in San Francisco, one sister in Alameda County, one sister said, hey, the system ain't right. Let's see what we can do to correct it. and they yanked her ass out of the office. The other sister says, I'm gonna give you a year for jaywalking.
Yeah. Right.
And now they talking about eventually running her for mayor.
One tap dancing and one saying, nah, I ain't no Bojangles over here.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. I went to school with her, which
That's
is
the
crazy,
truth.
but
And she cute as button, but I know she'll give me a year for flirting
sure.
with her. So
Like, no, I ain't even.
Don't flirt.
No, I ain't. No, I'm just saying, like.
But that's fucked up.
Yeah,
But
for sure. But
that just goes to show if you in positions like prosecutor.
Mm-hmm.
So when people come along and say, "Oh, Kamala locked up this many people, this and
that's
that,"
her job.
you gotta remember if she would have if they'd have had one case of where she gave somebody some leniency, the same people that was saying, "Oh, she's bad because she locked up people," would be saying, "Oh, she let murderers go." So
exactly.
yeah.
a black woman prosecutor can't win unless they're completely merciless.
I get at people like this from the outside
Which
in.
why I commend
one of your
Miss Price
nieces or nephews was
for her
like,
vision.
"Hey, I'm gonna be a prosecutor," you gonna be like, "Oh, let's go, let's throw a party." You
Now
about
you
to
gonna be like, for real?
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying as far as your accomplishment, as like you done went to school, you done did all this shit. Go ahead and live your best life. You know what I mean?
Right.
Be fair about the shit.
Thank
See, what I feel like, it ain't nothing wrong with being a prosecutor.
Right.
But nigga, prosecute the motherfuckers that need to be prosecuted. Like some niggas need to be prosecuted.
True thing.
Like
You're
I'm,
right.
But if you
like
the
if you're a
prosecutor,
nigga
the
and you're like,
police can
oh
arrest-
no, niggas should
The
just go to
police can
jail.
arrest,
Like, you sound
arrest
stupid,
Lori
right?
and Rachel
Exactly.
and accuse them of all kinds of horrible
Yeah.
things. You the prosecutor, all you got is the police report.
Right.
Now you get in there, you get to prosecuting them, you give them 50 years, and then you come and find out that
The police report is
everything that
false.
was on the police report was bullshit.
Right. But that's when you have to be that person to be like, you know what? Let's bring this shit
Well,
back.
Lori and
Let's
Rachel
reel
do
this
look
shit in.
kind of like,
Let's reel this shit
you
in.
know what's
Let's
that
figure it
meme?
out.
Whatever they say they did, they did that shit.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't think it's nothing wrong. If I'm from the streets, but I don't think it's nothing wrong with a person being a fucking prosecutor, nigga. Like, if you're
It's
gonna,
not.
but you should be fair. But you should. But
that's
I would
politics.
rather have a brown person be a prosecutor than a person who don't like brown people be a prosecutor.
My thing is, there's
That's
nothing wrong with being a prosecutor. There's nothing wrong with being nothing as long as you know.
fair.
Like for instance,
You supposed to be
like for
fair
instance,
with the
and he
shit,
hates
huh?
when I do this. Like for instance, I'm a drug dealer. But here's the thing, I'm not in denial.
Yeah.
So if I was like, so if you're a prosecutor, be a prosecutor. I am what I am. Now, if I get pulled over on Interstate 5 on one of these runs and this and that, you'll see no tears from me because I know what I'm doing.
That's
And
what I
I
signed
know,
up for.
I mean, I got this thing down to a science, but I also know that I'm only one. Hey, you look like you had a
drop in
tail
the
light
bucket.
on.
But what gets me is motherfuckers.
Hey, and when y'all see it, when y'all start seeing the free Pharaoh, there's gonna be some of y'all's gonna be like, "What the fuck are they talking about?
But-
He would never do anything like that."
No, but what
Hey,
gets me is the
it is what
motherfuckers.
it is.
50,
I'm just not in
7
denial.
But what gets me is the motherfuckers that be like, "Oh, I don't like prosecutors and people that fuck with
No,
the law."
I don't mind
No,
prosecutors.
not
Do
you.
your job.
Not you. Not
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Then the alarm go off and ADT call your
Right.
ass.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Motherfuckers
like,
here.
They
Come
in
get
your
him.
house. I literally had this happen. Niggas in his house rummaging through his shit, robbing his ass,
Well,
and
y'all
doing hella
coming to get
shit.
these niggas.
And he don't like prosecutors.
That's what I'm saying.
Alright,
You just
nigga,
gotta,
exactly.
you just
Exactly.
gotta be a part of
It
your
has-
role.
it
Like for
has
instance,
to be-
well,
it
like I
has
told
to
y'all
be.
how I was in danger the other day. The thought of calling 911 never crossed my mind.
Right.
And it didn't
That's-
cross
that's
anybody
how
in my
it is.
family's mind. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it is.
So, but I'm just saying though is that I can't say I hate police because I don't hate police because just they doing
Nigga,
their job.
have you ever
but
did
people
some
say,
shit and got caught and just shook your head and was like, "What the fuck was I
"Fuck it, you
doing?"
got me."
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking, you got me.
gotta sit there
But I'm
with you.
just saying
Gotta
though
sit
is
there.
that you got some people be like, oh, I hate the police, this and that. But if they hear a sound outside, 911.
Yeah.
Where y'all at?
Yeah.
You know, or you
Instead
say
of-
you hate this or you hate that, or I hate prosecutors.
Let them hear
I hate
that.
This.
Let them hear that
But
Kel-Tec
you
go.
really don't.
Yeah.
You
That
really
sound
don't because
from that
they
Kel-Tec when you
doing
go.
what they supposed to do.
That'll change a
and
nigga
you
life.
doing what you supposed to do.
I'm anti-police because I don't like
And that's
the
but
way. I don't like.
but you can't be anti-police and then call 911.
I don't like the organization. I don't like the organizational setup of the police. I don't
Right.
like the way it's set up. I don't like I don't like the way the snitching system works. I don't like the way that people have the leeway to come to work and say, I'm having a bad day, so I'm just going to fuck you over today.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
cool.
I don't like that part of it.
That
You know what I'm
ain't cool.
saying?
Yeah.
But I'm real enough to understand that as a society, we have to have this shit work. But like, you can't. Otherwise, niggas would just be running into your house with AKs and being like, "Give me all your
Yeah, you
shit."
gotta have some order.
You have
It'd
to
be the
have
Wild
order.
West. Remember
But
the Wild
I
West?
feel like this society is set up
And
for
Vikings.
for black and brown people not to win in that system. So I understand why people say like I don't like a Kamala Harris, and you know, like earlier I said,
But
fuck
you really
50.
have no
I
reason to
love,
not like her.
I just disclaimer, I love 50. That's one of my favorite artists. What I meant was fuck like his opinion on Trump.
Yeah.
But what I will say is that
I respect
I
this
just
hustle.
feel I love 50. But what I will say is that I just the way that this society is set up is not for
not
a
for us.
certain look to win. It's just not. It's not set up. It's not being played fair. It plays out right in front of
But
your
we
eyes.
play both sides
And
of the
so,
fence.
Yeah,
as we play both
You
sides
gotta
of the
feed
fence,
both
right?
wolves.
And if you have to pick a side, I might not like both sides, but I'm going to pick the side that makes the best sense and that is working the best for the fairness of all.
Like for
That's
instance,
just me.
Like
bruh.
for instance,
I'd be
Rachel
like,
is
bruh,
normally
that
a
shit's not
law-abiding
fair,
citizen,
blood.
right?
Like, some shit just
But
ain't
me
fair.
and her was in the car. We get pulled over. We get pulled over, and Rachel starts blasting "Fuck the Police" by NWA
Yeah, so what you
the whole time. You know what I'm saying? But normally she's a law-abiding citizen.
Yeah.
But she also
used to do that
plays
shit.
"Fuck the Police" when the
Yeah.
police pull her over.
Right next to
Right.
me.
And these are just regular people just trying to get their shift over and go home. Most of
Disclaimer:
them.
I'm lying on her. She didn't
You know
do
what I'm
all
saying?
that.
I would never
Or
sign
did
up
she?
to be that, but I don't know, man. I just think this shit is.
We need a new system, but man, I don't know where it starts. That's why it's gonna need somebody smarter than me to come together and figure out a new system.
There's a revolution.
One day I'm
going
gonna
on,
tip my
and
hat
there
in
needs
the
to be
pot. Nah, I'm
another
not going.
counter-revolution.
It's too much to get
Share
into
it with the
politics.
class. What we over there whispering?
It's too much to get into politics.
Share it with the
Politics is-
class.
but you need politics.
Yeah, it's like
It's a double-edged sword.
we need a new system. But
I hate politics, but you
while
have to-
this system is going on, something gotta
do
happen.
something.
You gotta have some type of order.
You got to infiltrate the system and get in there. And the cold part about it is, I'm involved in politics, but I hate politics
Right.
because you got to get in there
Man,
to
you know
understand it. Excuse me. Because anybody can be an armchair quarterback, a Monday morning quarterback.
Yeah.
But until you in those meetings, whether it's city council, whether it's school board, whether it's whatever,
Monique, this mute taught
whether
me
it's
that.
unit, what's up, Monique? What's happening? Hey, happy belated birthday, fam. But you know, until you get in those rooms and in those conversations and see how those puzzle pieces come together, we always on the outside looking and thinking what we know. And a lot of times, I'm gonna tell y'all, we think a lot of shit and weird shit, this and that, and oh, it's this, that, and nah, you. A lot of people, and I'm just generalizing this, so don't take it, verbatim everything. I'm just generalizing shit. A lot of times, people probably 35% in the right of knowing. People that have no knowledge of behind the scenes shit, but there's so much that goes on.
Yeah.
And you have to go in there and, walk in. You can walk in and be the straightest narrow, and I'll just use the term nerd just for using this word. You can go into this shit as a nerd, right? Mm-hmm. But we all saw Revenge of the Nerds. They were virgins. They didn't know shit. They didn't do nothing wrong, but they wanted to play with the...
That's crazy
but
me.
Listen to me. You
Why
can
they
go
didn't
into this.
bang all the girl nerds?
Hey, exactly. I get that. See,
right
let me reel this back in, but I'm with you on
Okay.
that. But you go into this, they want to go into that, that atmosphere, and they like, oh, this is so foreign to me. They get in there, you go into the system not knowing things, and you see, oh shit, wait a minute. So this person talks to this person more, and on the outside, they look like they never would get along, but all this shit is intertwined. You gotta get people on your side. You gotta shake hands with this person. You gotta appear. You can feel one way about a certain issue, but your party or your team is like, but if you come hard stance with how you personally feel, it's gonna alienate this group of people, and you need their vote.
Well, what about people like Lori that's really hardcore in their opinions? How do you reach them?
A bottle. Glass. You say, hey, let's talk about
but
this.
you know what I seen a dude, man, who really had kind of opened my eyes.
How can I?
And he was like, man, because
How
I'm
can I
a
make you see what
political
I see?
person. Clearly, y'all could tell, but I don't have I'm not signing my name up for your team, bro. I'm not doing that. But
You got to be a team player.
That's just my opinion.
Like, I'm a team player. I'm
agree with you.
I'm voting for the propositions and the different individual stuff, but I'm not voting for
Every
that.
proposition I voted for failed badly.
But listen,
I'm hell out of touch.
but somebody said, motherfuckers say, oh, you think about politics so much. He's like, nigga, you think about sports so much. Like like I care about my country and like where I'm going and like what I'm gonna be doing, and you care about like shit that's not even affecting your life, blood.
I do affect your life. Like, for instance, the proposition on did you want to give people that stole more than $950 all these enhancements, right? So I started thinking, man, you gonna have DAs deciding, dude, shoplifting out of Walmart, let's give him 10 years, 50. I'm like, I ain't supporting no shit like that. And then I see the shit like 70% of the people went the other way, and I'm sitting there like,
because the
am I hella out of
crime is so bad now.
Thank you.
Cars is getting broken into
Right.
and all that.
You
I'm
gotta
ready to
look at.
get 'em.
But here's the thing.
Get 'em.
Here's the thing. I've been bipped a couple times, right?
Me too.
And each time, like the last time I got bipped over here on 12th Street. I was coming out the Shadow Lounge. I literally drove around with broken glass to see if somebody looked like they might be the person, and I was going to get out and bomb on them. Yeah. And then I'm riding around, then I started thinking, you know what, I'm probably going to get out and just sock some random dude that's been walking. And then I started laughing, and then I realized how absurd it was. I'm sitting on broken glass, riding down the street. Is that him? So then I drove my ass home with a fucking broke out window. And I was so fucking mad I was ready to hurt. But I also don't want somebody to go to prison for bipping my fucking car.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Like, so
Double-edged sword.
Right. I wanted to beat their ass, but I also don't want you going to San Quentin for bipping my fucking car.
So I had this truck, right? And I had, like an SUV. Like yours, I had this beat in the back. $1,000 worth of shit.
Oh yeah.
The one fucking night I left my shit unlocked. I came back the next day, not even knowing no windows broken, nothing, because my ass left the shit unlocked. They stole $1,000 worth of shit.
Did they steal your amp too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why they got anything?
I had the same
As
shit.
much as
She's stealing my speakers. I'm gonna let you back. You steal my amp too.
Wanted to
I'm
knock
beating
them
your
out
ass.
and all that, but I would not want to see a black kid get a felony behind my speakers.
Thank you.
It's not that serious to me, bro.
It's
Like
violation.
that's
Constantly, like, you want to
just
make a
me.
report?
That's
Like,
like-
no, I don't want to make a report. I just want 2 minutes alone with you to talk to him. 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes
Do I
alone,
want- do I
and then
want
we
the
can
nigga
wrap
to
this
receive
whole
some
thing
I
up.
want 10
I
with
don't
no
want
cameras.
I don't want him to not get a job for 7 years
Right.
behind my speakers.
That's what I'm saying.
bro.
I was literally riding in circles through downtown Oakland with a seat full of broken
I
glass.
want
None.
10 minutes.
0.
10 minutes, no cameras.
I don't want him to. I don't want.
But
him
here's
to
the
get a
thing.
felony.
My values, because here's the thing.
Yeah, I mean that's just me, just kind of being for like
Because look,
thinking
I
of
can
myself.
talk to you, I can plead with you, I can do all the things. But if you don't want to listen,
You gotta come say it over here.
So no, my point is.
You gotta come over here so I can hear you.
My point is not the. My point is not the speakers, or my point is what I was saying earlier, as far as
You don't
like
want to see a young
the
man in jail
people in
over this.
office that are prosecutors. You need to be a real person and be like,
I'm
bro,
with
it was
you.
just some
I
fucking
get that.
speakers.
Yeah,
Like,
we ain't giving you a year in
let's
fucking
give him a
prison
year.
over
Let's
my
give him a
fucking
year.
speakers.
I see both sides
not
of that.
25 to life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, this your third strike. I be sitting there like,
Nah,
hey
but at
man,
the same
that shit
time,
was just
I work
$1,000,
hard
man.
for my
Let
shit.
that man go. You
Yeah,
know?
like, and then you got
Hey.
the ones that's like, no, he committed the crime. You're out of this. We're just gonna get him 25.
Yeah, fuck all
like,
that.
goddamn, from my speakers.
Here's
like,
the thing.
I'm a hood nigga. I'd rather just
I
knock
get
his
that.
ass out. Or,
Right.
Yeah,
I said,
let
give
me
me
get a
10
couple
minutes, no
minutes with
cameras.
him, man, you know?
I'm with you, but at the same time, here's the thing.
Because other than that,
we
I'm not
all-
cooperating with your police report.
We all work hard
Is this
for.
him? Nope.
We all work hard for everything we get, and you don't pay for nothing in cash. You pay for everything you ever earned and get with time that you can't get back.
Facts.
So I get what y'all saying. And I get it. I'm at the same time I done busted my ass to make shit happen to build what I got, whether it's my car, whether it's my house, whether my this, and you come and steal. It's a couple of things in life that I hate. A thief is one of them.
Yeah,
I can't stand a motherfucking
anything.
thief and a motherfucking liar.
That's right below.
I'm sorry.
But what about this though? I work with a young man, and his biggest thing was bipping. Right? I used to talk to him.
That's not a hustle.
He graduated from our program. As soon as he got out, tried to bip, got killed.
Damn.
Because that's the thing, and that's the cold part about it.
How many
Bipping.
times
You see what I'm saying?
you
I had to
gonna
tell
do
him.
it?
Right.
Dude, you gotta stop that.
Yeah.
One day it's gonna catch up with you. And I told him.
Bro,
He graduated from the
I
That's
program.
can pull up
fucking
people.
devastating.
They seen
Yeah,
it.
he got
I
killed,
can pull up.
literally.
Look, listen. I had a brand new S550. Brand new. Nigga tried to bip my shit. So we went into New Caribbean. We had a show. We did the show. He tried to bip every window in my car. They could not bip every window in my car. So they proceeded to grab a big ass boulder and throw. I have a picture of the boulder on my seat, bro. Broke the window, and I'm thinking if I came out and I would have seen you doing that, somebody would have died.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I
was
get
in my
that.
office and my shit got hit.
But if I had
And I
the
was
chance
like-
to cool down as a black man, I don't want that dude to do.
Yeah, you're not killing
I don't
nobody with
want that
material
nigga to
things.
do
But in
some
the
of my
moment,
7 years or something like that for breaking my windows,
But
man,
how
I'm gonna be
many-
like, that's a little bit. I mean, if it was like that for everybody, like if everybody got 7 years for breaking windows, but y'all to try to get my people, even though it's me, I might sound crazy right now. Forgive me, y'all, but I wouldn't want no black. Like I feel like, bro, you broke my shit, bro. I should pop your ass, and then I'd probably be
Right.
But
It's like,
I'm
do
just
I fuck you or do the police
If I had
fuck
a
you?
chance to cool down, I'm gonna be like, I don't want this man to do like.
I still want to punch you in the
years.
face, but
Yeah.
I'm not
Right.
finna make no
But I'm
police
just saying.
report
So
or
now we gotta
testify
deal
against
with
you.
who is in charge of making
But
decisions.
your mom me and your mom
about
gonna become real
the
friends, good friends.
Well, like an example,
Out and bip something, you
got
know
into
you're
an
not supposed to be doing
opportunity,
it. That's why
into
you
a
should.
program to
Yeah.
see a
That's your
different
choice.
way,
Yeah.
to have some opportunities.
That's the way I feel.
And but the first moment of adversity,
Yeah.
he still went back
Exactly.
to what he was familiar with, and then it cost him his life. So now,
That's sad.
do we blame the system, or do we say, well, he got exposed to a different opportunity? So do we say, well, at a certain point, personal responsibility or your own accountability because you got shown a different path, but you chose to stick with the path that was more comfortable, more familiar, but unfortunately it cost you your life. So it's like, wow, how do we assess this? Do we
It's
say
a lose-lose.
do we say that his life up to that point produced a predictable outcome, or do we say, well, he was on a particular path, but then he got shown a different way, and he didn't have the fortitude to press on with this. But unfortunately, we got a dead young man over some material things,
I
and you
gotta
gotta say,
Listen,
where do you assess the blame?
I got a
Is
line
it his
that say-
fault? Is it society's fault? Is it a
listen. I
combination?
got a line that say, if you niggas bit my foreign shit one more time, I'm gonna find your broke ass. It's gonna be easy to line. So, but at the same time, bro,
Cause you
after writing that lyric,
you really
bro,
wanna
and
kill
I,
and murder
and I,
over
and I see
a
how
stereo?
society, and I really like in this last 2 weeks really showed me how society, what's going on right now. I feel like I want to take that lyric back because I feel like my people is on an island right now, bro. Like I feel like my people is under attack behind some shit that black people should really be the biggest racist right now. We got all the reasons to really be the biggest racist right now. Like we should really be, but like we be the ones that's like, oh, it's good, like it's cool, and like they're like, oh no, y'all done had it good, like y'all got it good, like what are you complaining about? You win and you're still mad, like on God, like so I'm going back to a point to where I'm trying to rethink my shit. Like my people was really out here, like the shit that's a lot of this shit that's going on, it's not going to affect me because I got my money right. Like I got my shit lined up. Like I'm good. But I'm not one of them niggas that's like, I got my shit good.
So,
fuck what you talking about.
Right. We
Like,
trying to
I'm
make
like,
everybody
nah,
good.
He
Amen.
right there, blood. We gotta
Amen.
grab him and throw him in the boat.
But that's what I
Like,
was saying earlier, man. When programs like what the Vibe is involved in and stuff,
Yeah.
we need to get involved. Like when I go up there, it's in Reno, right? In Reno, right?
Yeah.
So when I go on
When
up
is
there,
it?
we should all go up there.
Yeah.
When is it?
I mean,
Oh, you Treasure Island.
Yeah.
But they got one in Reno too.
Yeah,
but
they got
Treasure
one in
Island.
Reno.
Okay, but see, we ain't even got to drive far, but we should all
When
go.
is-
We
when
should
is
all
it?
get involved.
What's the date?
We should all
We're gonna
find one of these
Okay.
young men. Like for instance, the young
That's
man
what
that I
I'm
met
telling you,
at y'all event, Cocktails and Conversations. You know what I'm saying? We're going to follow up with him, and we're going to get him in a couple movies and stuff like that. You know, we just going to do something to try to...
We can't forget about the
Yeah.
youth.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, we can't forget about the youth. But at the same time, the youth gotta understand and have the fortitude to say, you know, something. Maybe y'all right.
Where do you get this fortitude from, man? If
Hey,
it ain't already...
Hey, the
it
same
take
way they
years
forced,
to
the
install
same
it.
way they forced that side, the same way they forced that dick in everybody's throat with all this other bullshit.
No, man.
Yeah, you understand
You know what I'm
the-
talking about.
the problem is-
the same way I'm talking psychologically.
Listen.
The same way they forced that shit down everybody's throat with all the other
Society has
bullshit.
changed.
It's the
People,
same
instead
shit.
of me,
You gotta
listen.
repeat.
I had to think
repeat.
about it, bro. I thought about this shit in the shower, blood. Listen, well, I thought about this
You
girl
using
that
Irish
I
Spring?
like. No, listen. Yes, I did.
That shit break
Yeah.
me out.
Listen. So I thought about it. It was this chick I like, right?
Okay.
She probably wasn't really that into me.
Mhm.
I'm talking about back when I was like 14.
Oh, okay.
We used to talk. I thought about how brothers back then, you had to have game, because now when you talk to a female, she's gonna be doing this while you talking. We kept females entertained with what we said, bro.
Thank
Like,
the Lord them days
the
over,
shit
because I
that we
can't.
talked
I ain't
about.
got shit to talk about.
Now,
Conversation.
no,
run the
listen.
nation.
Now, conversation run the nation.
Mhm.
Now,
Procrastination is a violation.
everybody learning from this supercomputer. This shit right here, as thin as it is, this shit would probably be this whole fucking back wall back in the time that
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Or for technology. So now everybody is listening. They're not taking the time to talk to each other, blood, and learn from each other and say, oh, you know what? He said this and he said that. Let me look it up. They're looking at the first fucking thing they see and
And
going,
calling it law. Share.
oh yeah,
post.
damn, I think that's about right. And then what does this shit do? It
With
goes,
no context.
oh, you like that, huh? Okay, I'm gonna give you another one, and I'm
Mhm.
gonna give you another one, and I'm gonna give you another one. Now you stuck thinking that you're in this, bruh. It's crazy, blood. Like this shit is changing,
But
blood.
on the flip side, I remember them days of having to try to write some poetry and spitting all this game. And since I
weren't
was
as wordy
broke,
as some of
I
us?
really had to spit game and Mac. And
okay.
now I
Yeah.
say, it's like they be like, oh, we like him 6'4". Well, I'm like, well, if I stand on my money, I'm actually 6'6". You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
So
know what I'm
you
saying?
know what I'm saying? You know, like.
But it worked. But now they gonna be like,
No,
well,
see-
last
see-
week you wasn't standing on no money.
See,
You-
no, see, I like this new era better, right? Because like in my era, niggas had to go to the gym, do all
You
that.
ever seen that
In this
chick-
new era, you can be like, oh fuck it,
Hey,
I got a big wallet, so I just go get a bigger shirt.
Hey,
I ain't gotta
listen.
lose no weight.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta do
you ever,
nothing.
hey, you ever seen a female and you like, damn, she got that hourglass, and
Yeah.
you start scrolling through her shit, and that shit start going. You like, what the hell is going on?
I'm
You know what I
telling
mean?
you, this era,
Like,
this
is a-
era is
I'm like-
better.
We're
You know what I'm
always
saying?
been slightly.
No, because like I got young partners at my job, and they be like, "Man, what restaurant should I take her to? What's this and that?" Like,
Yeah.
like all these things that they
Alright.
should do to court her.
Yeah.
And I say, tell her, like a nice dinner at Ruth
Could-
Chris is gonna hit you about $300-400, right?
Yeah.
I be like, at the end of the day, you trying to hit. Tell her you got $200 on the bill and slide through and just beat. And you ain't gotta have no conversation and do nothing, man. Go do your thing, man.
You want the real, like you said, hey, cut her backyard, make her fence. If her toilet is running, man, fix that shit.
Nah, don't do all that shit.
Hey,
Hire a
hey.
nigga to go do that shit. And then if
I'm
she
sure-
asks you to fix her fish, you tell her, you look her in the eye and be like, fuck, I look like some type of menial labor. We're going to get a motherfucker.
I'm just
I'm
telling
a
you
boss.
how it works.
Oh, he's a boss. Actually, I don't know how to do no carpentry shit. But as long as I look like a boss. See, because that's the trick that young niggas got to learn. You don't actually have to be a boss. You just have to be able to give the perception of a boss long enough to get in Barbara's bedroom.
Maintenance man, mechanic, plumber, electrician, coach, niggas that do manual labor.
I'm cool off manual labor, but
I'm just saying.
Cool off
What's up, Hoagie? But I'm just saying, no, just keep it a buck. No, because like you said, them restaurants, all that shit is cool. Don't get me wrong, that's the flashy shit. But you want some substance with your shit. She wants somebody who knows how to fix her dishwasher, who knows how to get the vacuum cleaner. Hey, killing spiders goes a long ways.
Hey, baby.
Hey, niggas. Hey, killing spiders goes a long way, man. Y'all better know about it. You niggas you niggas better know about it.
Killing spiders go a long way, but killing the light bill goes even further.
Hey, okay.
Once you kill the spider, it's a wrap. Nigga, you can go. You can go.
Nah, baby, I'm gonna need to get comfortable and make sure that the spider's friends don't come for revenge.
But I'm just saying.
I'm gonna need to be up in here.
But at the end of the day,
or you can move into somewhere. You can move into somewhere luxurious like Lori, and there is where Lori lives. Hey. I went to an I was amongst the chosen few invited to that, and let me tell you something. Where Lori lives, spiders ain't even allowed. They don't even allow spiders.
Niggas just look
So,
and go.
Hey, at the end of the day, you cook for it. That's another thing if you know what you're doing. But hey, we got shit to do. So tell everybody where they can find y'all at.
Man, you can find me on all platforms, KAMMFLAGE, man. We in the building. Thanks for tuning in. We had a great show. Whatever your political, choice is, man.
It's your choice.
You know what I'm saying? It's your choice. That's the good thing about being an American, man. You're supposed to have your own viewpoints and your own choice and your own right. But, shit, man, I got mine, and I'm going to speak my shit, man. So thanks for tuning in. This was a political week. We chose a new president moving forward, and we're going to see where this thing goes. I think it's going straight into a brick wall, but, we'll see where we going.
Hey, my name is Pharaoh, a.k.a. Pharaoh Vibe, and you can find me on Instagram at ThatVibe2023. And, you know what I'm saying, and I rep it, and, we can... and let's connect, and y'all be on the lookout for the next cocktails and conversations featuring me saying the wildest shit I could possibly say just to irritate the shit out of the other people in the room. Mm-hmm. And we also we want to introduce our special guest from the Peanut Gallery, Lori from That Vibe 2023, and she's doing my favorite thing. She's bearing gifts.
And the crowd
come in that vibe. Come in.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, y'all.
Appreciate y'all as always. Scoot over
Yes,
something.
step in.
Y'all could have been in this from the beginning. Just let me move this right here. I
I've
know.
seen them on the screen.
We brought this for you,
sir. Thank you. Oh, see, thank you.
Okay, I recycled the bag.
It's all right.
Throw my name over there.
It's okay. We good. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Oh, that must be mine, because he got one.
This
I
mine.
think I'm
Here's
not
some
long.
type.
So
We gonna get you. That's all right. We got you.
next.
Okay.
We got you. We made
We
a
didn't know
special trip to bring you one.
XL,
Okay.
Got you. We got you.
Fluffy lives matter.
Yay.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all as always. We always support
Tell them where
everything
they can
y'all
find
doing.
y'all at.
Tell them where they can find y'all.
We appreciate y'all too. That Vibe 2023 social IG and Facebook. Also, we're hosting a Friendsgiving November 23rd, which is next Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Hit us on that at That Vibe.
is it a secret location or you
It
can't
is.
tell?
Yes.
Oh,
You
When
have
no
to-
spiders
have
are
to-
involved. When no spiders are invited.
Secret location.
Yeah, you have to RSVP, and we'll send you the location and the access code.
Bring a dish.
Bring a dish. Forgot about
Oh,
that.
you gotta make a dish?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a Friendsgiving.
Friendsgiving.
That's
Oh.
what they are.
Can I? Does charming
who
personality count as a dish?
Count, when it comes to
Okay, well,
potlucks
I'll
and
show
stuff
up with
like
a
that,
bucket
we gotta screen who be cooking because
Well, you have
everybody be, you know.
You have to come to that vibe
I know.
event,
I will. I'm coming.
and you will
I'm
have
gonna try
no
to come.
doubt after that.
I know.
What
I
time
know.
it
I
start?
already know you cook. Y'all cook. You
5
cook. I did. You cooking. It's
It's
good.
not just the food; it's the vibe.
I know that. Yeah, I get that. But if you
Hey,
cooking,
you know
I
what, y'all
don't have no
should,
questions when you cook.
trademark
Your food
it.
go.
But I just got one question.
Yeah.
Okay, now he's got that vibe shirt.
Yeah.
I'm wearing that vibe. One of these things is not like the other one. What's going on with that?
I gotta go to work, and I thought I grabbed my hoodie, but
She grabbed her own hoodie.
I'm
She just.
still representing this is a little bit invisible.
Yeah. It's the vibe. It's not.
Yeah,
It's the vibe.
y'all know what it is.
It's metaphysical.
Yeah.
And so they had that vibe 2023 on IG and Facebook.
Friendsgiving in November,
November
and then
23rd.
Next month in December
It's the
we
day
got
before my daughter's
Al's
birthday.
birthday, our ugly sweater party
Yep.
that's jumping off on the
December
21st.
21st. Yep. You have to
I'm at this Friendsgiving, but
to get an invite.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna fuck around and show up empty-handed.
Well,
Y'all just
with
got
the
to clown
Friendsgiving,
me here for the Friendsgiving. Y'all just.
bring something.
I'll bring a bottle in,
Edible. That'll work.
half empty.
That'll,
I'll take the cash.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll
that's
take the
a failure.
cash right now.
Speaking
So-
of cash,
Yeah, you want to talk about that?
no, I don't, because baby, you was on me like a mob boss
So
last time we talked.
and they told y'all where they can find them. And I'm Deshaun. You can find me at Cognac_Confessionals on IG.
And
Cognac Confessionals on Facebook. Cognac
She
Confessionals
don't
on
play about her
YouTube.
money.
Like, subscribe, share, and you can always find me in your chick dreams. Why? Because that's where I reside. But usually, you can find me in good graces with the universe. Why? Because that's where
Because
my
he
home.
vibrates high.
Because that's where my home is. Yeah. So until next time, now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends. Hey, catch y'all next week when it's Sagittarius season.